Hello, you are welcome to I Can Make It. Nothing succeeds like success. It's good to rejoice. This and that day that the Lord has made. We rejoice and be glad in it. I can make it. You can. I want to welcome you to this edition of I Can Make It. Today with me in the studio is Brother Callistus. God bless you, brother.
Amen. Thank you. Good morning.
Amen.
Welcome.
We give glory to God for today and want to appreciate Him for all the good things of life that He has given to us. A man that does not learn to appreciate will depreciate in life. I want to read something I wrote down here. Don't wait. The time will never be just right. A lot of people are always waiting for the right time. There's nothing like the right time. The time you have is your time. Use it. We have often heard us say in this place that procrastination is the graveyard of every good intention. Do it now. Do it now. Today, do it today. You are welcome.
Thank you so much. Welcome, viewers. How you doing? It's a beautiful morning today, and I am so sure that you will make it today. After this program, as soon as you get inspired from what you're going to hear from this, I want to just encourage you, go out there and hit the ground running and make the most of time. Talking about time, that's never a right time to do what you're supposed to do. Every time is just the right time. Okay, today it said today is the day of salvation. All right, so today is the day that you can walk away from poverty. Remember, this series that we've been handling, we've been talking about how to get away from poverty. We are not for poverty, we are against poverty, and we're kicking it, we are talking it, we're doing everything we're doing against poverty. So today we want to continue this series. Yes, last time we talked about playing the game, the blame game. Every poor man you find out there has one reason why he's poor. Some of them, their reason is that they didn't go to school. Some of them, their reason is from their father's house. Some of them, it's the uncle who refused to open up that business, for them, and all, sorts of things. But like you heard earlier, today is the right time for you to set out. Poverty is a disease. And we also say here that it is a mindset. It's a way you think. Remember, the way a man thinketh, so is he. If you are thinking that you are that's who you are. God created you and put inside of you, so much potentials. It's just for you to do what? To let loose these potentials, and you're on your way to, you're on your way out of poverty. So today we want to continue this series, why people still remain poor, or why people will still remain poor. All right. So today we want to look at irresponsibility with expenses. This is very close to what I call ostentatious living. Somebody has 1 naira today. He wants to show everybody that he has 1 naira, so he wants to spend the 1 naira and finish that 1 naira. I wonder why people do that, and most times they have hope that they're going to get money again. They just believe that, look, for example, people who play lottery, people who play, gambling and all that, they get so much money, and then they go waste the money, or sometimes they even go back to that same, gambling and do what? And pour back all the things, that they got. So today we want to talk about irresponsibility with what? With spending, with your expenses. You get the pocket money every month and you get your salary every month. But how much are you spending and how much are you saving? So in this point, we're going to be looking at two things: how much you are spending, how much you are saving. Saving is a very, very significant principle of what? Of prosperity. You cannot do without it, of course. No matter how small you are earning, you should always put certain money aside for what? For the raining day. What will you do with it so that you can buy umbrella when it rains? Thank you so much.
Okay. Well, it's very important when you talk about saving. I was just looking at something. I wrote something down here for my children. I say young people believe that they have all the time in their life to start building with You don't have that every day, every single day. The step you take can it can make you build. What I was trying to share with them was about don't finish everything you have. You know, you just mentioned about saving. A man that does not save is not safe for him. If you can't save, it's not safe. Because savings is safety. If you use your today and be able to get today, and you are able to save today, save something.
Yes.
Tomorrow, you can start. Save,
yes,
now become an addition. It become extra.
Yes.
Because you don't need anything from yesterday. Yesterday is gone. But you have carried over some profit,
certain gain. Yes.
And that's how wealth
is built.
Now, it's very important for us, whether you are a family man, you are a young man, you are a woman, you are a man, you have a family. It's very important that what you have just shared with us now is something we need to look at. Because if you don't save, you will constantly be under tribulation. You will constantly be a borrower. You will constantly be, life will constantly be difficult for you. So it's very important, because there are seasons in life. You know, sometimes you have the season of plenty. The ability for you to manage that
yes,
is what guarantees. You see, I don't know how you pray, but you can't pray this away. When you have the season of plenty, what does that tell you? It tells you that this
just
season
common
of plenty,
sense lets you know, yes, that the excess,
you manage it. The excess, you sow it.
Yes.
When you sow that excess, at that time, that is not your harvest time.
Of course.
It's your sowing time.
Yes.
But if you sow and you don't have anything left behind, you will starve. So you need to
remove the bread, you know, from the seed.
Definitely. So you manage. So life is all about management.
Yes.
Anything you don't plan for, you can't access. If you are looking for you want to prosper, you must learn to delay gratification. You know, we tell that over and over again. There are some families right now. This is Christmas season, and they will use everything they have to do Christmas.
Finish it, yes.
They are not even talking about children going back to
school in January.
It become an emergency. Now, I don't like your lack of preparation to become an emergency for me. You had all the time in December. I know you are talking about December. It's not your birthday. Even the person that is doing birthday, you don't know him. So go ahead and save and plan your family and go on. I don't know this. Do you know him? Do you have any relationship with him? I don't know why you are crying over somebody else's birthday that you don't even understand. You don't even know anything about him. Or it's the end of year. End of year is not end of life. It don't mean that you end all your money because it's end of year. You are not the only one that is getting to the end of year. It simply means it's the beginning of another year. So you start beginning, not just ending, beginning another year. As long as there is life, there is hope. So it's very important that you don't just spend everything you have. And that is what is bringing a lot of people into poverty. In life, there are seasons. Life is seasonal. And if you don't know how to manage the season, you will constantly be in trouble.
In lack.
For example, now, there are our dresses, the way we dress now is changing. Why? Because of the weather, of the season that we are.
The climate change.
Climate change.
Yes.
Now, but if you don't understand, you say, well, whatever is going to be. You know, I don't care what it, don't worry, don't care. By the time you are in the careless position, we'll know who cares for who. So it's very important for you to understand life is seasonal. There are seasons of plenty. There are seasons when you look as if, oh, everything, that's the time you are sowing, that's the time. Just like, for example, no matter the business you are doing, business are seasonal. Now you should learn to manage your resources according to how you get it. For example, you get allowance. Allowance, yes. You also get salary. You should know they are going to pay you 30 days from now. Then you cut your quota according to your material. You do your budgeting. It's very important because even me, I am trying to do some readjustment. Talking
about this season, there will be bonuses, you know, there will be promotions, you know, there will be, you know, salary, you know, increase, and you know, all that things. How do we manage these things?
Yeah,
how do
you don't need to run to market and go and spend your money. Because
you don't need to increase your budget. You don't need to go up on your budget.
Let
Yes,
it settle. You know, the ability for you to plan is what actually makes you a manager. If you cannot manage what you have, you are going to enter into starvation. Now, but when you are given those things, you need to manage it very well, because those things were not part of the budget or the plan you had.
You had for that particular season, yes. So you just
learn to hold it, and if you are wise,
delay gratification.
You go sow it. Now, understand, one of the things that get people to this penury is it's just like as I'm coming now, I saw you now say the rainy thing is blue suit, so I go get one. Now, but why should I leave what I have? A lot of people is competition, trying to do what others are doing is what is bringing a lot of people down. So what you learn to do is, as much as it lies in your power, try as much as possible to be content with such as you have. When you are content with such as you have, you will see that things will work for you. It doesn't matter what it is.
Oh, thank you so much. Talking about being thrifty, talking about being responsible with your spendings, with your expenses. So we're saying, look, you can save, you can, get, no matter how small it is, okay, you can budget your money, you can work out certain percentage, on your spendings, and your income. What we're just saying is financial intelligence. That's why you must go learn these things, okay? You ask people who have been there before. Let them teach you how to manage, your finances, just like we're doing here. So you cut out some, okay? And I'm talking about, being thrifty. There are so many ways that you can stash out your money in a safe place. You can use the bank. You can use local thrift collectors. I know people who go around collecting. They go to markets, they go to shops, collecting every day. They collect maybe 500 naira, and save it every day. They collect 500 naira, and save it. I'm aware that you do 1,000 naira every day, and you have even had to use that to settle school fees, and all that. So that's what we are saying here. Learn to be thrifty. Learn to always take out something and save for the rainy day. Listen to this. If you are spending more than your budget and do not have a long-term plan to save your money, our advice here is this: record your expenses in a diary and keep the promise that you will not exceed the budget. All right, so this is discipline here now. All right, yes, you want to go all the way up to becoming a rich man. Discipline is very key. We said here earlier, you must discipline yourself to what? To delay gratification. That you got a raise, that business got so beautiful, you made an excess profit, or you declared an excess profit, does not mean that you should also declare an excess expenses, and all that. Okay, just sit down for sit down. If you are a business person and you have other staff, you can sit down with them on the round table and discuss things, manage things. If you are a husband, you are a wife, you guys can sit down and discuss things. You guys can come to terms as to how to manage your finances. All right, so record the expenses in a diary and keep the promise that you will not exceed the budget, or you are not or you're not a diary saver. You say use Google. Yes, you can. There are a lot of resources other that you can use to do your recordings. Can you give us some of the things how we can?
The truth that for you to build. Well, let me just go because let me talk about family.
Families, okay.
Husband and wife. You see a lot of couples, they fight over money. The truth is that why many couples fight over money is insincerity.
Okay.
When the both of you are not sincere with your finances, you will have problem. Because the wife think you earn more, your husband think you earn more,
but you are hiding it away. You are not yet. Yes.
So one of the way to get into financial freedom as a family person, bring everything to
the table. That's right.
Then when you bring, whether your wife bring 20 and you bring 80, all of them become 100. Once it's on the table, it's no longer my wife bring 20. It's now 100, and it's for our and not for him or her. It's for our family, because our family. Then you begin to plan. You know, take barrow and paper, just like what we said here. Write it down and say, okay, you want to do your hair, you need to do this. Then we are putting money aside. If you happen to, you know, you have to pay your rent. Rent is not emergency. You have 1 year notice, 12 months.
Yes.
So you
can save up to that time. Yes, you can plan out a saving. Yes, you can have a saving plan.
Yes, you start planning for your rent.
School fees.
Yeah,
3 months, 4 months. Yes.
You start planning. You put money aside. Okay, this one is for school fees. This one is for. As you constantly do that and stay within your budget. You surprised that you grow. Now, if any other money come, take it and put it there. Because you cannot continue. Then you have, if as a family or as a man, husband and wife, you have like 5 years plan. Okay, we are staying in this rented apartment. In another 5 years, we need to own our house.
Yes.
Now, our children are in secondary school right now. By in another 3, 6, 4, 5 years, the guy will be going to university. Well, now, which university will he go?
Good, yes.
Now,
because
you start looking
that,
how much
yes, you must consider,
fees.
yes, your budget, yes.
If you have that money now, you start investing the money in preparing for the child to go back to school. That child will go to school. All of these things need discipline. You need to be disciplined, and you need to be very conscious of your expenditure. And it doesn't mean as a man, if you plan with your wife, it means that you are a woman rapper. No, it simply means you are a responsible man. And if you don't use your wife rapper, will you come and use my wife? Whose rapper will you use? So it's good for both of you to sit down, put these things, and if you work together, you see blessing coming. Because the two of you are together. Two are better than one.
Of course.
They shall have great reward for their labor. So it's very important.
Okay, you know, you were talking, and what just came to my mind is, okay, if you are going to, look at what schools, what school, to get your, children enrolled in, are you going to look at what school is trending, or are you going to look at what that boy or that girl wants to study, which university has the cost to offer, and then how much it will cost, to send that boy or that girl to that university?
Well,
how do you put all of this into years consideration?
Well, depends. When you talk about trending, I don't understand when people begin to know what is trending.
I want to go to Harvard University, or I want to go to Oxford University.
As long as you are not going to Harvard to commit havoc. And now, if your money can carry you there, why not?
Okay.
But you sew your coat according
to the cloth.
Your
Okay.
material. Now, the truth of it, in planning, you know yourself very well. You know your earnings now. You plan within that which you have.
So your children should also get involved. They should know. Yes.
Children, and one of the things that, thank God I have children. One of the things I have done over the years, for the past 26 years, I carry my children along.
Yes.
And sometimes I will ask my children, what do you want? They tell you, I want this. I will tell them the consequence of
what.
Yes.
That
we are going to do that to get that. And this is your own part.
Are
you ready? Because if not,
everybody must be responsible.
So if you say you are doing this, what is expected of you to be able to get to do that? So if we are not ready, we are not going. So if it's okay, we are ready, it's okay, let's go. And constantly we carry them along. And if there's anything we want to resolve, if it's having issue, I don't only just trust them. I know. I also find that investigate whether what is saying, because in a matter of 2 or 3 witnesses, shall
a word be established.
So I find that
you go and check out the things.
Then I confirm what is saying to make sure it's on the right track. The truth is that a lot of us, we just want to, as long as you are not pleasing anybody, you are working within your means. Every man's problem is his size. That's what I find out about life. Every man's problem. There have been no trouble, no challenges that come your way.
That is uncommon, yes.
That is it's just for only you. No. Every one of us, we are going through it. The truth of it is that be sincere to yourself. Don't try to cut corners, because the shortest cut in life is the longest road in life. So don't try to cut corners. Do the right thing. You will have the right to it.
But my neighbor has this and I want it. Are we not living in the same place? We're living in the same neighborhood.
Yes.
My neighbor is doing this. Why shouldn't I do that when I know that the money is available?
But the truth is that you are not your neighbor. I will not say become my neighbor.
We're all different. Yeah,
we're all different. I will say become my neighbor just bought a brand new car. When I bought my own, my neighbor didn't buy. So why must I now? It's a man that does not have direction in life. that take that as a challenge. We are not in competition.
Okay,
You
that's
know,
where I'm going to.
we are not in
Yes.
competition. Like I always say, everybody's in the airport road. Not everybody's going to the
He's
airport.
going to the same. Yes.
Some people are going to the cemetery. From there,
That's
they are
true.
driving to the
Some will branch
cemetery.
off, you know. Some will
going
branch
somewhere.
in. Some will
Yes.
stop before the airport,
Yes.
you know.
So,
some even go beyond
some
airport.
will even enter airport. They will not fly.
They
the
will not.
plane.
Yes.
They will not even fly. They will
Maybe they're
they will
just
not
even
enter.
going to pick somebody who is.
Some are just going
yes,
to go for
yes.
sightseeing.
You're right.
There's everything on the airport road. Some
yes.
are just going for sightseeing. They've not seen plane. So there are so many things that is there. Just in life, choose your battle. Choose your battle. You don't look at another man to be the determinant factor. Choose your battle. Know what you are able to carry. Carry what you can carry, or else you might not arrive at your destination. So it's very important that we don't make other people dream your pursuit in life. Their goal is not your goal. Use what you have to get what you want. As you do that, you will enjoy your life and live a life that is satisfactory. And you will. Now, I want to also let you know this, that when we talk about being poor is a state of the mind. When your mind is not in place, you are displaced. So don't be poor in your mind. Don't be poor in
your thinking.
Don't be poor in your response to your life challenge. I'm not poor, I'm prosperous. Nobody is a yardstick to measure prosperity. Every man's problem is his size. Where man cannot vomit what he has not eaten. If you are driving a Rolls Royce, yes, it's because your assignment in life and what you need in life, you want to use Rolls Royce to achieve it. But leave me with my bicycle and let me pull something out of it.
As long as there's a movement, there's a motion. Yes.
So you are doing something. So it's not competition. Don't say, oh, that man. You might be shocked that if they give you what that man is doing, you might not be able to carry it. You are not designed for that. You are designed for what you do. Some days ago, I was looking at myself. I've been pastoring for the past 30-something years now. And there was somebody we were talking, and I began to look at him. He also has been in politics for the past 30-something. I was looking at him, but I found out that we are not doing the same thing. Yes, we'll be friends. Yes, I know him very well, but he's taking another lane. So I will not begin to use the responsibility that they carry and the one I carry are not the same.
They are not the same.
So we'll not be giving the same
weight
to do what we are doing. But manage your own. Be successful just like you are. Now, when we look at the word of God, the one that had 5 was told well done. The one that had 2 was
well done as well.
It did not say well done too. Well done.
Yes.
It just well done. Why?
Because everybody has several ability.
Capacity is what guarantees your delivery. So stay with what you have and trust God. You can make it.
All right. Now I want to stay on discipline, because it's been ringing in my mind. I want to stay on discipline. Where is the place of discipline when it comes to responsible saving, when it comes to responsible expenses? Where is the place of discipline?
Well, the place of discipline when we come to responsible spending, it's just that you cut your coat according to material. You know what you earn. Now you have not gotten there yet. You don't. You stay with what you have. You cut your. For example, when I said I want to be saving 1,000. Then I made up my mind that I will no longer enter some of these restaurants that I used to go to.
Okay, I was going to come there. Yeah. I mean, this discipline, would it get to the point where sometimes, I mean, you have to go through some certain level of hunger. You have to, go through some certain level of, deprivation, or
Well,
yes.
you call it, you see, it's for the joy that is set before
okay.
You despise something.
Of
for
course.
example, scientists said that when an adult can stay without food for 40 days as long as the liver is intact.
It's intact. But of course, the adult will be taking water. They'll be taking water. Of course, yes.
Now, apart from that, there's the age you get to. It's not just eating.
Yes.
Because you don't burn a lot of calories by just eating and eating. So you take it. There are places now. The age that we are now is not what we are eating. It's what is eating us.
So you mean, I shouldn't, at my age now, 3 square meal, it shouldn't be a goal for me.
As long as you are not starving, it's not
okay.
in the forehead.
The forehead, okay.
And begin to sing it and say, I can't eat 3 square meal. I can eat 3 square meal. I choose not to.
Because I want to save money.
Because I want to. There are things I want to do.
Okay, all right.
Now, but I choose not to. Now, if I eat 3 square meal, now what is this 3 square meal? Are they balanced? Are they junk?
Okay.
Into your
we are coming to that point now.
Yes. You must come to a place as you grow older. You must eat
select healthy. Yes.
Eat healthy.
Select.
So are they healthy? Why
food?
must you add junk to your life when you are supposed to balance?
Because if you are adding junk is expensive and you are wasting money.
Yeah. So at the end of the day, it's very important for actually his vision that
drives
what you are going to do.
Okay.
So where there is no vision, a man that is visionless think that spending makes him a man. Now, I don't personally, what I've disciplined myself over the years, I don't just spend money. It has something that I had to do. There must be reason for spending. No matter how much I have. It's just like today I was doing a study on Mark Zuckerberg about the house that he's staying in a very small house, and the house, I think it worth about $7 million. The house.
Wow.
And how much is worth over 700 and something billion. So you can see. Are you seeing
the percentage? Yes.
And I begin to do a study on a lot of people, and you see a lot of people that does not make
even the way he dresses. I mean, his t-shirts are not what.
And he said, well, for his t-shirt, he said, well, maybe he's just being lazy, he doesn't want to, but the guy know what he's doing now. But that's how to build wealth. I remember I was also reading about this man Warren Buffett about his house. He has stayed in that house for more than 50 years now. He bought it long
50 years,
and the house is there, and the house worth about 600 million right now. But when he bought it around 1930 something,
of course, yes,
but
was what years as much.
So you find out that the truth is that there's a level you get to in life.
Discipline.
It is not what you wear. It is who you
that
are.
That defines your work.
Like for example, if Dangote come in here and wear a jeans and a t-shirt,
we know it's Dangote. He had not changed his name. That was changed.
We should look at impact. What are we doing with our life? For example, what is a good wristwatch of $50,000 when you can't take care of your children's school fees? We should be able to use our resources for the thing that bring value to our life and to society at large, not just consumer men. And that's what have ruined Africa. You see a lot of our people, they think that, oh, they want to make statement. You are just busy buying liability.
So they want to make statement.
Yeah, they want the statement. Nobody's even looking at you. You are busy buying liabilities. You wear a watch of how many million. You think that at the end of the day, look at what you have turned the continent to. Today we can't even stand to be able to defend so many things in the Committee of Nations. When I was reading about the program they have in the US some days ago, talking about country that is not corrupt, Nigeria was not even mentioned among those that are not corrupt, that are fighting against corruption. So the truth of it, we're not deceiving ourselves, and we are still walking in the mind of improved slavery. Because a lot of us have not been liberated from our mind, knowing that the general well-being of the society come to play when every one of us is free and we are able to enjoy the same thing, work the same thing, and at the end of the day you live freely. So a lot of people still live in bondage, thinking that are better than you mentality. I'm not alive to be better than you. I'm alive to be better than me. Better than my years.
That's the competition we always advocate here. Self-competition, not competing with your environment.
I'm not driving my car so that I will know that, and you can see the way that's what is really affecting us. That's the reason why somebody will think that somebody somewhere is better than him, because everything that we do, we are not the people oriented. We are always class mentality. I don't know who put you in that class and what make you feel that is your class, and the class you are, that you cannot really affect your environment, and not that kind of class. I don't know what you call the class that makes you that always separate you from the people. That's not a good class. The class that you should be is a class that
relationship.
Yes. And know that you are not better than anybody. You are not more human than any other person. When we live that, we will make impact in our own life. And I'm just saying it not because I don't have, but I'm saying it because that's how life is for you, for sure. No matter how, for you brought nothing to this life, and for sure you are going out of this life without nothing. If you try put on something, I assure you they will vandalize your grave. So it's very important for you to do the right thing, and let's work with the mindset of making our country, our society better. Now, whatever you do, and if one of the things that we must come to understand, if whatever good thing you do for somebody else comes back to you 100
of course, yes.
The greater joy of life, the greater fulfillment of life is when you are able to make good things happen to somebody else, and you'll be shocked that through your life, many lives have been touched.
Okay, maybe we just also want to add this, this responsibility, in spending is cutting across everywhere. We're also talking to the government. I don't know, you were talking, and then it's that we are a people. I mean, this part of the world, we like to just waste and waste, and waste. We waste resources, we waste time, we waste all kinds of things.
A lot of people go to school, they come back, and yet they don't have, they have the certificate, but they don't have the certificate.
And the practical.
You take people that are not supposed to be there. This guy is trained. This guy is a trained tailor. Leave him to face the tailoring machine. You now put that person in make him a medical doctor. Now tell me why patients will not die. We need to do the right. If we really want the best, we need to do the right thing at the right time and put the right people in the right place. Now by merit. Because if you reward evil for good, evil will not depart from you. Today, the justice system is collapsing. A lot of things is happening. The reason is that where you don't have justice, people will take jungle justice into their hands. Because they don't trust the justice system. You can look at people now. Nobody want to. Everybody just want revenge. And a lot of people just breaking laws. Nobody's obeying the rule of law. Where there's no rule of law, we are living in a banana republic, and that should not be. It's a jungle, and we need to deliver ourselves from this quagmire of confusion.
All right, I think we should just wrap up. So what we are saying in essence is, please learn to be learn to be thrifty. Okay, when you are eating, don't use your two hands to put everything into your mouth. Use one hand, because what you have in the other hand, you can keep it for tomorrow. That's our counsel for today.
All right, until you see again our next session. This is I Can Make It. We love you, and we wish you all the best. Thank you. God bless.